Well, energy, nuclear energy, it's back in the spotlight. Baltimore's Constellation Energy, headquartered in that building, that beautiful building there right in Harbor Point, is the largest operator of nuclear energy in the U.S. So, what does this push mean for that company and for our region? That's the subject of an interesting new report from Hayes Gardner, a reporter with our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, who's joining me now. Thanks for being here, Hayes.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, if you say to any longtime Baltimorean like me the words 3 Mile Island or Calvert Cliffs Nuclear, they'll have a reaction, not always a positive one. So I know Constellation is going in and trying to get support for this. They're going to Annapolis. So what kind of support are they getting and what are they using to pitch?
Sure. I mean, a lot of people hear nuclear energy and they get a little concerned about it, given 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, those things gave it kind of a black eye in the 70s and 80s. Since then, nuclear has been trying to recover that reputation internationally. And I think, generally speaking, the thing that nuclear proponents push for is that it's a massive source of energy. It can be more massive than wind and solar. And that although it has these horrible incidents in its past, it has, for example, fewer deaths caused by nuclear energy than when you look at fossil fuels as a whole, when you look at how much energy nuclear can create. So those are reasons why people are pushing for nuclear, and Constellation is hoping to convey that in Annapolis and federally where they have lobbied.
Yeah, people like the idea of clean energy. Everybody does, other than the fact that they have waste that they produce that they have to solve what to do with. All right, so how ambitious are their plans? I mean, I had no idea they were the largest in the country. What do they want to do?
Sure. So they're the largest nuclear fleet in the U.S., which is the world's #1 producer of nuclear energy. The United States is. And there's a lot of buzz around nuclear energy recently because of the push for artificial intelligence data centers. So Constellation, as the #1 producer, has kind of been almost thrust into the spotlight in this way. A lot of people are pushing for the expansion of nuclear energy, but Constellation is a little more measured in their growth plans. They want to extend the lives of their current fleet. They'd like to make their current fleet produce more energy, be more efficient. They have 21 reactors across the country. But they do want to grow their fleet, but they're not pushing for it as hard as some of the proponents are, some political leaders are. So they want to grow, and they'd like to add a reactor, but not in the near future. They're more taking care of the first things first, and then build to more reactors later.
All right. Well, as I said, people have reactions. They have emotional reactions to the idea of nuclear energy. But I think you'll learn a lot if you read this article and maybe change your mind, or maybe not. Thank you so much, Hayes, for joining us. I do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And to read his report and other good independent reporting from our media partner, the Baltimore Banner, head to thebaltimorebanner.com. Derek?